The southwestern part of the island of Elba is difficult to explore by campervan, so we rented a car. From our campsite, we first drive via Marina di Campo and Seccheto to Fetovaia. The coastal road is well maintained, and we have a magnificent view of the mountains to the right and the sea to the left. The town of Cavoli is located in a small bay. The small town is narrow and therefore closed to general traffic. We continue on. Time and again, we catch glimpses like this one, where nature and the sea create a stark contrast. Unfortunately, there are hardly any parking options along the road, otherwise, we would want to take our cameras out at every corner. A few kilometers further on, the next bay is the town of Seccheto. Behind the town, we find a larger parking lot, but don't want to go back into town. I walk to the edge of the cliff and find myself in front of a sewage treatment plant. The smells and the long pipe leading into the sea speak for themselves. One should think positively, because the clear turquoise sea leaves no doubt about the purity of the water. After all, there are people snorkeling in the water down there. In the distance, we see a motorboat speeding along the coast. Strangely, we see very few boats in the water. One would assume that this is an El Dorado for yachts of all kinds. Behind the next bend, we reach the bay of Fetovaia. The boats we missed before are moored here, ranging from very large to very small. The bay is not just an insider tip, but is described as one of the most beautiful on the island. And, of course, it attracts many sailors and divers. On the hillside, I see some hidden fincas overlooking the bay. Even though the houses are below the road, they are still in paradise. The bay consists more or less of just 2 hotels and an exclusive beach. So we continue towards Pomonti. Many others also want to enjoy the scenery with us, often entire groups of up to 20 older cyclists on e-bikes. It's unimaginable to us how some beginners manage these often steeply uphill roads for many kilometers. In the town of Pomonti, we get off for a walk by the sea. The town isn't large, with 2 small hotels and a few vacation apartments. On the pebbly beach, however, we hear only Italian sounds. Now that the holiday season is over, many Italian retirees are also spending their holidays here. At the crossroads opposite the church, there's a well-stocked bakery and an ice cream parlor with delicious ice cream next door. The small church of Santa Lucia in the town is simple, but completely restored inside and out. The mural in the apse depicts an interesting, large-scale ascension scene above the town of Pomonti. We continue, first steeply uphill and then downhill to the town of Chiesi. And again, these pictures convey a postcard-perfect atmosphere. We can't get enough of this atmosphere. It's overwhelmingly beautiful here. How lovely would a motorhome parking spot on the hillside with a view of the sea be? We make our next stop in Chiesi. The town is a blooming oasis by the sea. In the large square, which is apparently also intended for the market, there is a statue of dolphins. They are actually said to be here at certain times of the year. A small promenade with seating has been set up on the partly rocky and pebbled beach. I called out to the German skipper of this yacht saying, "Ferryman, get over here." Unfortunately, my efforts were in vain. In the distance, we can clearly see the contours of the island of Corsica, about 50 kilometers away. It's unbearably humid again, and there's not a breath of breeze here by the sea. I see the people here on the beach and in the sea and cursed myself for not bringing my swimming trunks. A cool down would be nice right now. When we turn around, we look up the slopes to Monte San Bartolomeo with its 2 bizarre rocky peaks. These peaks behind the Madonna di Loreto church could easily serve as a postcard motif. This church also appears to have been recently restored, although the fresco on the church facade, entitled Annunciation, dates back to 1990. After a cappuccino overlooking the sea, we head back. Tomorrow we'll be traveling the northwestern part of this circular tour.